storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Welcome everyone to the channel. I'm super excited to go live with you guys again. I know it's been an extremely long time since I've done a face-to-face live stream with audience. One of the things that we used to do on Tuesdays was our roundtable that was held with myself and several other content creators in the past. And unfortunately, we have pretty much for the foreseeable future have decided to postpone that just with the general state of the market. Everyone's kind of going their own separate ways and covering separate projects. But we are looking to start the roundtable back up again here soon. So we've been talking amongst ourselves, and we might be looking to do that as early as next week. We'll keep you guys updated on that, and potentially could have roundtables returning back with a new member and a couple of old members potentially not participating. So we'll keep you guys all updated on the state of the roundtable. So eventually Tuesday nights at this time every night, we might eventually start seeing some roundtables. We're not sure if it will be a weekly thing like we were doing in the past, or if it will be a little bit less frequent, might doing it like every other week, or some other model that might be more sustainable just while we're in this bear market and there's less interest in crypto in general. But of course, as the market continues to progress, and if time allows, we might start to have a more regular schedule. The plan for now would be Tuesdays, but we might talk and end up changing that to a different day of the week if that fits everyone's schedules better. So of course, I'll keep you guys all updated on that. Tonight, I do have a special guest, Adam, that will be coming on onto the live stream today. Unfortunately, he is running a little bit late, so I figured I'd do some housekeeping items before he comes on. When he does come on, we are going to be talking about the general kind of state of the market, specifically with the CPI report, which is the Consumer Price Index that came out a little bit about a week or so ago, talking about kind of the market conditions with inflation. We wanted to kind of talk about crypto, the top 100 cryptocurrencies, and of course, answer any community questions that you guys have. So if you guys have anything you'd like myself or Adam to answer, I'd love to go over those with you guys. So while we're waiting for him to come in, I did want to kind of talk about a poll I did recently here on my channel. So let me go ahead and get this pulled up for you guys. Let me share my screen here. So it's just going to take a couple of seconds to pop this in. Okay, perfect. So you guys should be able to see that there. So recently I ran a poll here on my channel and I asked you guys, the audience, 5 days ago, I said, which project or projects would you like me to cover and talk more about? As you guys well know, I've kind of had a shift in what I've been focusing on my channel, and I wanted some feedback from you guys of what you guys would like to see more of when it comes to content. And I asked you if it was not listed to list it down below. And the overwhelming winner on this poll was SafeMoon at 50% of the vote. Drip came in second at 29%. And then you guys can see there, it was kind of a mixed bag between Giddy, newer DeFi projects, and top 100 cryptos. So to give you kind of a rundown of what I'm expecting from this and what I would like to do moving forward, to be quite transparent with you guys, some of you guys may not be following me when it comes to things that are going on Twitter or other social media channels like our Discord channel. But I have pretty much moved away from covering SafeMoon for personal reasons. Some of you may have heard more about in Twitter Spaces and other things. But there's such an overwhelming majority of people that want me to continue to talk about it. So I'm contemplating doing one kind of final SafeMoon video, kind of going over my collective thoughts, why I kind of decided to walk away. The purpose of that's not to FUD. The purpose of that is not to bring any bad attention or anything of that nature, but just to clarify things for people to understand kind of where my headspace is at with that project and where I could potentially see that going in the future. So you might be seeing a video like that coming out pretty much in the next week or two. And then after that, that'll probably be, at least for the foreseeable future, my last video on that project. And I'm going to be switching over to other content. Drip will be getting more content in the future, especially as they start to build up more products. I know the Forex Shark is looking at a August, September timeline for a lot of things to be coming out. And so, of course, as those things come out and as the animal farm ecosystem gets back in place, I would love, of course, to do more content related to that as well. So looking forward to that. So hopefully that was some housekeeping items for you guys. Yes, I will be covering top 100 cryptos moving forward. I do eventually want to build an entire playlist where I go over every single one in detail. So if people have questions about a particular project in the top 100, I will make sure that that stays updated. But it's going to take quite a bit of time to build, probably the better part of 6 months to a year. So I'm looking forward to eventually building that out and then updating it as time goes on. But for now, I think that should be all the housekeeping items on my channel. And it looks like Adam has come in. So let's go ahead and give him a warm welcome. Welcome to the live stream, Adam.
What's up, my man? Can you hear me okay?
I hear you loud and clear.
Nice, man. Good to see you, man. Nostalgic memories, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which. This is probably better.
I'm sorry for the camera view. I'm using my iPad, and it's like the most annoying thing because the screen is here, but the mic, like the camera's here, and the mic is here. So I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. You look beautiful. So, well, good. I'm glad to have you on. Like I was telling the audience before you popped in, it's been a while since we've done the roundtable, especially as you, a member of that roundtable. You've kind of taken your break to build your own channel, and now you've got a couple of channels that you're building. What's kind of been going on for people who, are members of my channel who may not necessarily follow you? Oh, we lost him. Give him 1 second to come back in. He probably just clicked the button there, and he'll come back in. So for the meantime, kind of going back to my, oh, here he goes.
Yeah. Okay. What were you saying? You said I'm building my own channel and then members of your channel, right?
Yeah. So I was just saying that you've basically stepped away from the roundtable for a while. And the reason for that was because you mentioned you wanted to build your own brand and wanted to dedicate that time towards that. And of course, the evenings was your time for your family. So for those that are members of my channel who may not follow you, kind of what's the update since basically the last time you're on the roundtable? What's been going on with you?
Yeah, man. Everything's been going good. Life is great. I actually started, I have 3 channels now. I have my crypto channel, I have my stock channel, and then I have a real estate channel that I'm trying to grow, but that's, nobody cares about real estate. And it's been doing really, really good. I don't know, man. The whole Faith Moon thing left a really bad taste in my mouth for anything like BNB, anything tokens, anything reflections. I'm just so, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to demonetize you, so I don't want to curse. I feel like the biggest, schmuck for going against my values of what I originally invested in. And that's about it. So I'm just going back to my core values of my investments of what I want. And I'm buying every single day. I'm buying $2,000 worth of crypto every single week, $2,000. And then I'm dabbling in more, and I'm buying stocks every single day, waiting for this rally to happen, man. What's
Awesome.
for you?
Yeah. So for me, it's been crazy since the roundtable. So I have mostly been focusing on a lot of things in my personal life offline. So looking at a lot of different things. One of those things being my health. So I've been getting back into the gym 6 days a week,
Nice.
trying to get in shape that way. So that's been a big focus for me recently. But as far as crypto and stuff goes, same thing. I've kind of recentered a little bit, refocused on what's important to me. I still dabble in a lot of the DeFi projects, but a lot more restrained, if that makes sense. So focusing on projects that I think will actually go somewhere, and things of that nature, rather than just, a project that I'm hoping will move, if that makes sense.
When I started really noticing all these projects, and it's not just BNB, that like I can make an Algorand project in 3 minutes. 3 minutes I can make a token. And that's not unique for Algorand blockchain. It's for all blockchains. 3 minutes, I kid you not. And that's not even a freaking exaggeration. It's all cookie cutter. And when you start realizing that, you're just like, hold on a second. There's no sweat equity in the project. There's no cash. By the way, guys, for anybody that doesn't know, you cannot read my lips. It is impossible for you to lose money if you made the project. Impossible. Unless you get hacked. That's the only way you can actually lose money. Because when you make a token project, put up the liquidity for the token project. You can never go lower than that original liquidity.
It's very true. Yeah. And like you mentioned, there's YouTube videos out there. I remember this over a year ago, when DeFi kind of really hit its stride, when SafeMoon was coming out, when Hoj was big on the Ethereum chain, and there was all these projects that everyone was looking to get the next 100x, right after the Dogecoin run. And there's tons of videos out there, 20-minute long, that will show you exactly how to get your own token started. You can name it whatever, you can copy another project and get it built. So I think, to your point, just because a project exists doesn't mean that project is going to go anywhere, it's going to do anything, or it's going to achieve anything. And that's why it's so important that people need to understand, first of all, that DeFi is like the kind of the bottom of the barrel when it comes to crypto, right? It's the low hanging fruit. Anyone can make it.
And BNB is the bottom of the barrel of that barrel. It's like the black soot on the bottom of that barrel.
Exactly. And does that mean that you can't make money? Of course not. There's great projects out there that people are making money on every single day, and thousands and thousands of dollars. But I think people need to first understand what they're looking at, and they need to understand how to choose which project. It's the same with penny stocks. When we're talking about the stock market, right? People go, oh, well, this stock only costs a penny, so I'd like to go ahead and buy this, and I'll buy thousands of it. And if it goes up to 2 cents, I'm going to double my money, right? But do people do that and make money on penny stocks? Absolutely. But the difference is you have to understand what you're investing into. You have to understand what you're looking at. And then you've got to make wise decisions. And that's no different when it comes to cryptocurrency. And so just because there's a DeFi project that exists and it promises you the world doesn't mean it's going to deliver the world that it's promising, right?
100%. I mean, look, so a lot of people always ask me, especially about passive. Oh, the myth, the legend, Dark Moon, mother effing Tim.
How's it going, my man?
What's going on, guys? I'm having a problem. My earbuds aren't working, so I had to throw on headphones really quick.
Nice.
You're all good.
Nice.
Good. And we see Moon Boys in the chat as well.
Nice. Yeah, we're just talking a little bit about how our channels are going, what we're doing, and stuff like that. Right now, we're kind of talking about DeFi plays, and I'm sorry if I'm looking cockeyed at you. My screen is here, my camera's there, and my mic is here. I'm sorry. But yeah, to go on that, a lot of people ask me about passive income plays because that seems like to be the new thing in DeFi. And it's not something that I'm into. I have drip. That's about it. I honestly think I made all my money back with drip. because I never was rehydrating. I was just waiting, and it's been months. I think I made all my money back, which I tell people I made my money back. So what's the issue here? But I tell people I don't like any of these projects, but I know you guys, and I know a lot of other people. People are making tons of money on this shit. Doesn't mean you can't make money. It's just not my cup of tea anymore, especially after what happened with SafeMoon. I'm like totally against DeFi projects. Some are good, don't get me wrong. Some are good. I'm not saying they're all bad, but just like now, everything's a scheme for me. Like the first thing when it comes to me, you're bullshit. That's the first way I got to think of it now. But anyways, Tim, what have you been up to?
I just been working on a lot of stuff outside YouTube. That's why my channel's been kind of stagnant for a while. I've been working on a lot of movies and a lot of other
Bro,
video
you won an award. Congratulations, bro. People don't know,
Yeah.
man. You did a big documentary. Congratulations, man. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you. I have PBS is watching this. I have an interview with PBS next week, so I might be doing their documentaries for them. So that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, as for what you were saying with the crypto market and everything being a scam or a sham, and it's kind of crazy when you see Celsius and Voyager and you see these giant companies that are promising all these great things, and they just all of a sudden they're filing bankruptcy. You know, like these things that were looked at like as legit projects, like you couldn't go wrong. Like, hey, look at what Voyager was saying. We're better than a bank. We're not a bank. We're better than a bank. And everything that they were pumping out there, we're insured and all this other stuff. Turns out it was all BS. They're just blowing smoke up your butt. So now people are just holding. And what did they? I'm not really sure how everything got worked out for the people of Voyager or Celsius. Are their funds still locked? Are they able to get their money out?
No. So first of all, shout out to Mitch. Thank you so much for the donation. Mitch has been with all of our channels, I think, for the longest time. Shout out to Mitch, man.
He's a great guy. Thank you, Mitch.
I actually, speaking about that generation crypto, I actually started covering Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, all of these, and that shit got me tons of subscribers. Thank God, you know, and I'm covering it from my point of view. So no, the withdrawals are not taken out. Voyager's situation is a little better than Celsius's situation, and it's funny that you said banks, because Mashinsky, the CEO of Celsius, he always wore a shirt that says banking the unbanked, or says, you know, don't trust the banks, something
Right.
like this.
It was don't trust the banks.
Yeah. It said the banks of the he had a couple of shirts. He had one that said the banks of the enemy or something like that too.
And unbank yourself.
Yeah. So he came into court today on Zoom, and he's wearing a black suit, white shirt, black tie, and literally their defense said like this: we are not an asset manager. We are more of a soft bank. They straight up said, it's quoted, we are a soft bank. And basically all the funds, there's 3 accounts on Celsius, and except for 4% of all the deposits, they were in the accounts where Celsius literally has a little sentence, the same like Coinbase, the same like Robinhood, just people never read it. And it says, your money is our money when it's deposited, your crypto. We can do anything we want with it as we want. They literally built up their entire mining company with funds from people that deposited. So the whole mining that they have, they're mining Bitcoin with people's funds. And they're like, hey, the money we have right now, we're not letting this out unless we're court ordered. And they're trying to say we're going to get out of this because we're a mining company. So now they're calling themselves a mining company. And they requested $5 million from the $170 million that they have left to keep increasing their mining. It's freaking crazy, man. And in 30 days, they pay $750,000 of salary per 30 days just for the executives. They're still getting paid, the executives. It's a crazy situation, but yeah.
Yeah, it's wild what these guys are getting away with. Of course, we got to highlight Bearclaw here. So Bearclaw says, thanks for all that you 3 gentlemen do. We appreciate you all. Go Wolfpack. So
guys, I just want to give a shout out to Bearclaw. He's starting a crypto channel with Invictus, Madman Crypto, it's going to be called.
Awesome.
You know, he's getting off of that Twitter bullshit. And I said, listen, if you're gonna invest your time in social media, at least with YouTube, you know, 4,000 hours, 1,000 subscribers, you're gonna get some money, right? Like at least it's something. So yeah, shout out to him, and you guys are gonna see him soon.
And you said it's a YouTube channel they're starting?
Yeah, it's actually out already. It's called Madmen Crypto. If you guys follow me, I would appreciate you guys following Bear Claw. You know, he's been Wolfpack for the longest time, always shouting us out. He supported everybody on the roundtable, actually watched all our shit. So if you guys follow me, please follow Madmen Crypto too. And I'm going to be doing a lot of appearances and helping them out as best as I possibly can.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked him out, I didn't even know he started a channel. So I have to definitely go check that out. Bear Claw, just an open invite. You're welcome on the channel, man. So if you want to do a collaboration, you want to come on a live stream,
Nice.
Introduce people to who you guys are, you and Invictus, you guys are welcome to come on and talk on the channel. So we'd love to have you.
I actually
subscribe.
Go ahead.
I actually met up with Invictus and Bear Claw. We went to Long Island by Vic's place. Really cool people, man. It's crazy who you meet on YouTube. And I'm still gonna do a fly out when you guys are ready to do a meetup. I'm down.
Yeah, we definitely want to do a roundtable meetup, and we kind of want to get the roundtable started back up again. Obviously, not associated with SafeMoon, but talking about just kind of the general market, crypto, and investing in general. Lazy Turtle with a $20 comment. Thank you so much, Lazy Turtle. Saying miss all you guys except for Adam. See him every day. Generation Crypto, miss you, man. Congrats to Dark Moon Tim. I'm assuming it's for the award. Thank you, Lazy Turtle.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know I've been pretty dormant on my channel as well. It's been kind of crazy, like I was saying to Adam before. I've really been focusing on kind of my own personal life. Had some things changing up with my finances and my income as far as my day job going. Also been focusing heavily on my health, so I've dramatically changed how I eat. I've been working out 6 days a week, and that's been more of a recent event. So I've been really focusing on that stuff, and it's kind of taking a step back. And then I've got other things that I've been working on in the background. Some things associated with my channel, other things not associated with my channel. But that are hopefully going to better myself for the future. So I do want to make content and continue to make content for you guys. And I hope that I will be able to make at least one video a week for you guys moving forward. And then if I'm able to get the funds and build a better system, hopefully I can turn that up to about 3 or 4 videos a week would be the ideal situation. But in order to do that, I've got to get these other things taken care of first. And that'll free up my time to be able to produce more content for you guys. So I appreciate the support, Lazy Turtle, and for you guys as well.
So it's so funny you're saying that you're getting back into shape. So the reason I left my job and started YouTube full time is because of my son, right? He was born 9 months ago. He's turning 10. Best decision of my life. Started this YouTube channel at the worst possible time. Like ad revenue went off a freaking hill. Promotional revenue went off a hill. And it's like, I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. Thankfully I was able to save up money before this. And you know, I believe in the 3 to 6 month rule, but I believed in a 2-year rule to be able to maintain yourself. But damn, shit is crazy. So I also stopped drinking and I stopped smoking cigarettes. I was a social smoker. I didn't really like and social drinking, but I stopped it to concentrate on YouTube. That's what I did with my initial business. And now I'm going to St. Martin in a week tomorrow. And when I come back, I'm going to start intermittent fasting back and just really watching what I'm eating because I feel like shit. Like after this car accident, I feel like shit. And I'm with you, bro. Like we're all getting older. Bro, I'm turning 40 in February, you know, and I want to be here for my son's life for a very long time. And it's funny that you just mentioned that you got to get into shape. And damn, it's crazy that you said that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that you were able to make those changes. That sounds like some pretty dramatic and good changes that you're making. So I'm actually glad to hear that.
Now you make me want to make changes. I just got done eating pizza and drinking some beer. So,
but you've made some pretty dramatic changes in your life as well, Tim, haven't you? Like not obviously recently, but in the past for your health, you have.
Oh yeah, I mean, I stopped eating meat a long time ago, probably about 10 years ago, and I dropped about 80 pounds after doing that. And yeah, so yeah, I do a lot of that, but my wife's way more healthier than I am. So I got to start looking up to her and getting back on track because the stress of everything for the last couple of years has been kind of crazy. But, you know, sometimes you lose track and, you know, you look at yourself and you're like, what the hell did I do? Like I was ripping through the P90X a couple of years ago and I was like, yeah, this is easy. And now I'd be damned if I try to do 20 push-ups in a row. So
bro, if I would show you a picture like 30, maybe 30, 31, I was going through them and I use it as inspiration. I have it. Bro, I was a freaking monster. Like I'm talking about box chest, traps, abs, like monster. And then you just look at yourself now and like you said, you're like, what the hell happened to my life?
Crypto happened.
Bro, it's okay. It's gonna come back, you know, as long as you see the issue, and you got to stop eating. You know, you got to stop eating, and that's the key to it.
Yeah, I'm 5'10", so if I need to know how tall I was. I'm 5'10", and I was 196.
Wow, you were big.
Yeah, so I was getting big, and it was like to the point where, you know, put your shoes on, your stomach's getting in the way, and you know, I'm still in my 20s, so I'm like, man, this is terrible. You know, I shouldn't be this out of shape. But the problem was I work my 9 to 5 job, which is a desk job. I'd work that 9 to 5. I'd commute home, and then I'd hop on, and I would either be in Twitter Spaces talking to people at my computer. I'd be editing or creating content for my channel. You know, it's something to do with sitting down at my computer and working on something, right? Whether it was editing, whether it was channel related stuff, whether it was things behind the scenes to make the channel work, or whatever it was. And I was just sitting around, like I didn't exercise at all, and I just felt miserable. So I started, like I said, about 6-7 weeks ago, I started really like, I need to change. And so I changed my diet completely. Started, like I said, it started with like 3 workouts a week kind of a thing. And then it built into like, well, I want to get more serious about these workouts. I made them a little more intense. And it was like 3 days isn't good enough. So now I'm doing 6 days a week. And it was like, okay, well, that's not good enough. So I started walking at work. Like I'd eat lunch, and then I'd go on a little walk and then come back inside. And so now I'm down to about 180 now. So I'm down about 16 pounds. So,
good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So on a continuous journey for sure.
I was actually going to start, you're going to laugh, another channel just around like getting back into shape. It is so funny. It's funny doing YouTube because it's like everything revolves around social media now. Like, hey, can I monetize what I'm doing? People want to see what the hell you're doing, which is the craziest thing in my mind, right? Like Big Brother type shows, right?
Yeah, people enjoy it. I think people like the ride. What were you going to say, Tim? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, there was this diet that I was looking into. It's called the beer diet. You don't eat anything. No, seriously, this happened back in like the 1500s when they would run out of food for a while. So that's where like beer really came into handy, and all people would do, because obviously because there's the alcohol in it, it would be like the best thing to drink, because water back then was poison. They didn't have like clean water a lot. So people would go on these diets where they would literally just drink beer. That would be the only amount of calories that they would get. And I was reading a book, or not a book, an article about a book where this guy actually tried this diet where he just literally drank beer for like almost a year. And that's all he had. And apparently he got in some pretty good shape just drinking beer all the time. He did say that, you know, he couldn't drink a lot of beer because he would get drunk really fast. But he was always really happy about the whole situation. Now, I'm not trying to tell people out there to start drinking copious amounts of alcohol to lose weight and only drink beer. I think it was like maybe 16 ounces a day he would have, and he would supplement it with water and stuff, but it would be a pint a day or something to that effect, not like 5 gallons of alcohol. So, but yeah, that would be a pretty neat diet to go on, wouldn't it there, Adam? Rather than fasting, you just drink beer the whole time.
Yeah, I guess I don't see it working, but yeah, that would make you definitely happy. We'll see, but definitely being mindful of your health is super important in general, and definitely important around this YouTube thing. It's very, because you're not active while you're making videos, right? I'm banging out 6 videos a day, and Tim, you know, you're probably behind the computer editing all the time. I know Generation Crypto, you're doing freaking mad editing on your videos. And anyways, whatever. So what about that economy?
Yeah, so let's hop into that. So I wanted to, first of all, if anyone hasn't seen, and not to plug, but we're on my channel anyway, so I can plug my own channel. So I did a video recently talking about the CPI report. So if anyone wants to know what the heck is the CPI report, what am I talking about? I kind of did a video going over what that was, kind of the numbers and why they went up. I even talked about some of the president's comments about that. And if you guys want to go back and look at that to get caught up. But for the time being, the CPI report is the consumer price index. They come out with it. The government comes out with it once a month. Usually it tends to be around the 10th of the month. Sometimes they're a little bit off. It came out the 12th, I think, this last month. And it's always reporting on the month prior's basic just kind of data that came out from that month, as far as inflation, as far as a lot of other data that comes out. And so the big number that everyone looks at is the inflation rate. And for those that don't know, inflation has been skyrocketing here in the United States, but it has not been a unique thing for the US. It's been in Europe, all over the place. All these other places are experiencing massive inflation going on right now. The latest report came out with a 9.1% inflation rate, according to the latest CPI report. That was for June, and that is for a year. So if everyone's wondering, it's not 9.1% for a month. It's 9.1% since last June. So 9.1% is the inflation rate. Obviously, that's a much, much higher inflation rate than we're usually used to being and having, as it's a 41-year high. I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on that, Adam. And do you feel like this trend is going to continue throughout the year, or do you feel like we've kind of hit the peak as far as inflation goes?
I think we hit the peak. I don't even think next CPI report is going to be higher than this. I honestly think it's going to be lower, but maybe we get one more higher and then lower. And I have a couple of reasons why I'm saying this. I don't know if you could share a screen or not, but if you go to AAA gas prices today is lower than it was yesterday and lower than it was a week ago, lower than it was a month ago. And if you look at crude oil, and crude oil, for anybody that doesn't know, crude oil is the oil that you have before distribution and refinery that actually goes into your actual car. Crude oil is like 105 now or something, but it was like teeter-tottering around 95 to 105. June 9th, June 8th, it hit a peak at 120th. So it's going down, and CPI is made up 35% of, yes, Joe is here.
How's it going, Joe?
I almost went to jail today.
For gas
That's a
prices?
good way to start it. Okay, you gotta explain that. You can't just hop in and say that.
I literally just got in. I just like sat in and sat down. Hi, how's it going, everybody?
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Your boy Joe almost spent a night in the joint. Listen, my wife went to go see a movie with her friend and all their kids. So it's a bunch of kids, my wife and her friend. And basically they got the movie and they have like a little play area for a bunch of kids to play in. So the kids are playing it. It's a dead mall, by the way. The kids are playing in it, doing nothing wrong. My wife and her friend sitting there talking. Next thing you know, the security comes out of nowhere. And it's like, get out! You got to get out! You're making a riot. This mall's a dead mall, by the way. Like there's more people in this live stream than the actual mall itself. It's like dead. It just has like a movie theater. So my wife and her friend are leaving, and as they're leaving, they're like, let's go over to the movie theater so the manager know what's going on. The guy followed them into the movie theaters and said, no, get out or I'm going to call the sheriff. So they my wife's pregnant, by the way. They finally leave. I get there. I actually recorded. I have it recorded. I get there and I go to the guy. I go, hey, listen, do you feel I walk out. He's sitting in his car on his phone. Security, mall cop. I go, do you feel tough talking down to a pregnant woman and kids? No. I said, answer the question. Do you feel like a man if you yell at a pregnant woman and kids kick them out the mall? Is that what it takes for you to be a man? I'm going to call the sheriff. Go to the sheriff. That's fine. Sheriff comes through. He gets out of his car and he goes, I need you to step over. The mall cop gets out of his car, by the way, but I was coming. He goes, I need you to step over the side over there. I go, you're a mall cop. You don't tell me nothing. Like, what are you talking about, dude? So we're yelling, me and him going back and forth. He had to get out of his car, ran over to me, started yelling at me. And the sheriff finally comes. I go, I'm done talking to the mall cop, I'm talking to the sheriff. The sheriff starts giving me an attitude. So I'm sitting there calmly trying to talk to them. And the sheriff goes, I need your ID. Now, I'm not sure if everyone knows this legally, but cops can't just demand your ID. That's not how that works. You have to be committing a crime or in the process of committing a crime, or they have to see you do something criminal. So I go, no, you don't get my ID. That's not how this works. The guy says it over again. I need your ID. I need your ID. I go, no. Then he goes, either give me your ID, I'm going to put you back in my car. So I go, you know what? That's all I wanted to hear. Under threat of arrest, I'll give you my ID. Give him my ID. He walks over. He comes back. And he goes, I had my GoPro on my camera. Anyway, he goes, here it is. No, it's also he's the nice guy now. He goes, we have to trespass you. I go, I want paperwork. I want your name and badge numbers. Immediately, you can see their face get flushed. They're like, my name is badge numbers. I go, cool, I want paperwork. Oh, we don't have any. I go, you just trespassed me from this location. I should have paperwork, don't I? Don't I get something? It's in our system. Okay, who do I talk to get paperwork on that? I'm going to need that paperwork. Oh, you got to call dispatch. What's the number? 911? Anyway, I go to his partner. I go, as his partner's walking away, I go, oh, I need your name and badge number. He gives me I go, name and badge number. He goes, and I just get my bike and I drive away. Oh, I was so fucking livid. You have no idea. I'm sitting at my computer. I just finished another crypto video and I was like cleaning up and whatnot. My wife comes in and goes, yeah, this guy yelling at me. I just go, oh, okay. Start getting my crap. I started getting all my crap. I'm like, I got to go over there. I'm not going to let no man yell at my woman. Like, are you insane? Like, screaming and yelling, following women and children around. I heard my kid. My wife was telling me what's going on. My kid was like, the man was yelling at us. My kid. I was like, dude, what's wrong with these people? Anyway, that was my evening. I was so close to getting thrown to jail, and you know what? I'm be honest, jail's not scary. It's Kentucky jail, like it's whatever. If it came down to it, came down to it. But if a cop's gonna, like I said, I got some stuff. I got phone calls I gotta make it tomorrow morning. Basically, I'm gonna be really busy tomorrow making a bunch of phone calls to sort this out because there's a lot of things that are gonna have to happen now. Because the more cop was wrong. The more cop says I can kick whoever I want out. It doesn't matter. That's what he said on camera. I'm sitting there going, this is the dumbest mall cop ever. It's Kentucky though, so this is the dumbest mall cop ever. Like, are you fucking insane? He said like 3 times, and then he goes, "Nobody cares that your wife's pregnant." I was like, "Bro, keep talking. I mean, you're digging yourself a hole over here." Cop comes through as well. Cops just breaking the law, saying, "I need your ID." I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're gonna have 2 lawsuits. That's fine. I mean, if it takes that, sure, I guess." But like, I thought the cop was like trying to sort this out, like right, like a like an authority figure. This dude came out of his car just yelling at me. I'm like, "Bro, aren't you supposed to be the one to cool everything?" This is how, like, I'm not like, am I crazy? Aren't cops meant to like cool everything down and say, "Okay, you go over there with my partner, I'll go over here"? Like, this isn't a hard thing, concept to understand. But evidently, out here in Kentucky, it's insanely hard for a cop to act like a cop. I guess. Once again, I'm gonna have to make a lot of phone calls. Oh.
Geez, sounds like you really put yourself into a predicament there, didn't you?
Almost spent a night in the joint. And that kid stepped to me. I don't know. I don't know if I could, at the anger I was feeling, I was pretty angry,
So your day was as bad as inflation.
Yeah. Actually, better than inflation.
Well, what's funny is I fully expected it just to be me and Adam today, because of course I had an open invite for everybody, but it just sounded like Adam was going to be able to make it. So I made the if anyone's clicking on the video, it shows like video with Adam, and they're going to open it, be like, everyone's here. So I updated the title so people can know it says Return of the Roundtable, and I'll update the thumbnail tomorrow to better reflect the video. But I appreciate you guys all coming on. It's awesome to be back together and just talking about crypto, talking about our lives, just enjoying the community together. I think it's a lot of fun. So Joe, when you hopped in, we were talking about kind of the CPI report, inflation being 9.1%. And we kind of went over what Adam had just mentioned. He kind of feels like we're kind of near the peak, might have one more big push on inflation next month, maybe. And then we'll be kind of going on a downhill from there. What's kind of your thoughts? And I want to get Tim's after.
Yeah, I think that, we have a lot of road bumps ahead, but they're not going to be as massive as what we just recently had. I think it could, but I think the worst is what we just went through. I do think we're still going to like I said before, I do think we're going to have some issues here and there. But I mean, what was the thing with Bitcoin? I believe Bitcoin has, in the charts, it dips roughly 90-something% or 80-something%, and then it like starts stabilizing and recouping. We're near that point with Bitcoin. If every crypto follows Bitcoin, whether they want to or don't, I think we're near that area where it's going to start stabilizing, and then we're going to start looking at recuperation, hopefully another green market. But I mean, it always depends. The governments can always cop in and say something dumb and mess everything up. Other countries could get into fights, and there goes that. So if nobody acts crazy, everything we find for crypto. That's basically the whole sum of everything at the moment.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. And your thoughts, Tim?
I'm hoping things get better. Energy went up 41%. I think that was why the whole inflation went up 9%, was just strictly what Adam was saying, was with the price of oil in that. That was really what was destroying like inflation right now. So if they can get energy costs under control, then I think that we're going to have a much better time here on out. But if the prices of oil keep going up, then it's going to affect the stock market, and that's going to cause more fear, and then more fear, people are going to bail on the crypto market. So it's just going to keep going in this roundabout crap away. But if what Adam was saying, I was following as well. Gas prices keep coming down. The price of crude oil keeps coming down. If energy costs keep coming down, things should start to get better all the way around in the stock market and in the crypto market. And I think we're looking for a positive future from here on out, hopefully. Now, if, like what Joe said, if someone decides to start dropping bombs on their neighbor next week, then things might change. And we really can't predict that. But I think right now things are going to get better for us.
Awesome. So it sounds like we have a pretty optimistic crowd here. Everyone kind of feels like we're kind of hitting that peak. We'll be coming back down. That's kind of the sentiment that's been going around for a lot of people. You know, everyone's kind of seeing that overall the gas prices are starting to come back down. We had an all-time high nationwide average of over $5 a gallon. It's fallen down to well below that at this point, you know, down to the $4 range. We're starting to see that. The thing about it, though, is although the energy market is a large sum of what happens when we're talking about inflation, it's not the only factor. And I guess my concern, not that the numbers are going to reflect that as much, but my biggest concern is going to be food in the fall. And the reason my biggest concern is food in the fall is because of what happened earlier this year with the war and with other things that happened with fertilizer. And now there was a lot less of there was a lot less crops that were planted for the summer season. So when it comes to harvesting season in the fall for a lot of these different crops, there's going to be a lot less yields. And with those lower yields, it's going to lead to lower supply and therefore a higher amount of demand. So I think the United States is going to be one of those countries that's affected the least by this. But it is going to affect other countries, as other countries are going to want to buy supplies of other countries. So we might see a little bit of an inflation on our food prices, but whereas other countries could experience full-on famines, which is very unfortunate to see, especially in third world countries. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. That's what I've been reading and what I've been seeing. There was reports that gas was supposed to get as high as $6 in August, but it seems like gas prices have had a turnaround recently. They've been going the opposite direction, which is good to see. So hopefully that trend will continue. Hopefully we'll continue to see better faith spending from governments, and we'll hopefully be able to see some things calming down and some faith being brought back into the market, so we can start to see some green coming back in, not only to stocks, but to crypto, of course, as well. As Bitcoin's been having a great day today and the last several days, actually. So hopefully we can continue that trend moving forward. So as far as, we talked about CPI reports, we talked about inflation. Let's talk a little bit about crypto in general. So I just kind of wanted to go around and ask everybody, what are cryptocurrencies? I know some of these may be cliche because everyone kind of already knows what their favorites are. But right now, what are like the top 3 cryptos that you are currently looking at for the future? Of course, not financial advice, but just ones that you might be looking to invest in or you might be excited about in the future that they're providing. So let's mix this up and say you have to say at least one top 100 crypto and one DeFi project, and the other one can be whatever you want. So let's start with Tim, and we'll move up.
Oh, great!
I'm gonna put him on the spot.
I'm really looking forward to Ethereum. I can't wait until they release the 2.0 version of Ethereum. I think that is going to be a nice breakout blue chip that everyone should probably look at. It's really, Ethereum pretty much has one of the biggest spaces when it comes to everything. So for them to finally upgrade their token or upgrade their crypto and their blockchain so that they can lower gas fees, I think it's only going to make it way more popular. Now, I did hear that even gas fees under the new 2.0 Ethereum is still going to be around $5. So it's not going to be like dirt cheap. So one of my smaller projects, which I really like Polygon. I really like it a lot. The transactions on Polygon are they're under a penny. They're like fractions of a penny whenever you're doing anything on their blockchain. So I like Polygon. I like Ethereum. And geez, my third one, are we talking about just overall? What my third project?
Yeah, overall, and it would have to be DeFi for you. Your favorite DeFi thing going on.
And so one of my favorite DeFi projects would be Giddy right now. I know that the price of it has gone down quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. But overall, I think they have strong developers with strong backgrounds, and I really do think the project is going to do really well once they start releasing their apps and stuff. So I think that based on when they release their app, hopefully that'll be in the green market, and it should really take off. And I like their platform and how easy it is to get in and get out of DeFi, because I feel like that's one of the biggest problems with DeFi is it's easy to get in, right? Once you figure out how to get into the crypto. But when you want to take your money out, it's always a pain in the ass, and you have to find your way through an exchange. So I like how they're building an off ramp in a wallet, and I think that's going to be pretty handy.
Awesome, thank you, Tim. Joe, what are your thoughts?
I don't have a top 100 crypto, I'll be honest. I just have a lot of projects I like. I like projects that have a lot of they're always doing stuff or they're very vocal, but they're just showing what they're doing. And some of these projects you might have heard of, some of you might not have heard of. One of them right at the gate is Hex. I like Hex, but the founder of Hex is, I tweeted out, I go, he looks like a Castlevania side boss. He looks goofy as hell. He looks insanely goofy, but I do like Hex a lot, and I do like the fact that they're getting ready to drop Pulse Chain. And as much as you might not like the CEO, as much as I don't, he looks weird as hell. He's a smart guy. Like, he's a really sharp guy. Egotistical, yes. He likes to flex, no doubt. But he is smart. I first heard of him, and I started watching him. I go, this idiot. And then I kept watching him and go, okay, this guy's probably smart, but he's still dressed goofy. And he likes to flex. So I really, it's weird to say, because like you asked me like a week ago, I would go, Hex? No, hell no. It's dumb. But like the guy is smart. The project looks promising. They're looking to have Potion come out. So I do like that a lot. I like Drip, of course. I'm a big fan of Drip. I think Drip is amazing. I think once we get Forex Shark, the founder of Drip, to start working on Drip itself, I think we can really see the wheels start turning with Drip. I think right now it's a whole period for Animal Farm. I don't think nobody wanted Animal Farm to be this long, but it is. But once Animal Farm is sorted, I really can't wait to see the founder Forex Shark start working on Drip and seeing what they have as well. That's like a major thing. And yeah, that's two. Do I do 3 still, or am I good with 2?
If you're good with 2, you're good with 2. Otherwise,
I have a lot of other. There's a ton of other projects. I was just looking at one today called Kyoto Protocol. What they're doing is they're taking carbon credits and finding companies, especially the European companies. I mean, it's over a $500 billion a year industry. Went up 164% in the past year. Just insane. And they're going to those companies that have to pay millions to go, hey, listen, why don't you give us the money? We'll put it to a stable coin. We'll then stake it, and then we'll give you your money back after the stake is done. So you don't really lose money. You just work through DeFi. We stake your money. We pay the carbon credits, so you get your carbon credits sorted out, and then we take like a small, like 1%, we'll say, which might be a lot, but to that company that has to spend millions, 1% is a joke. And then we'll just give it back to you, and you're good to go, and then we're good to go. And that's only like one of the things they're working with. They have a crazy high APY. I think it's like 900% APY, which is insane. But they sold out of their first sale. I believe in 9 hours, raised about $2.4 million. A majority of that is venture capitalists wanting to get involved. So I think it's something really cool. I'm really excited about it. But of course, once again, it's something that I talked to one of the members of the team earlier. It's something that anyone who's looking into definitely wants to do their own researching, because there is a ton of things with that with Kyoto Protocol.
Awesome, thanks, Joe. And the Wolfpack himself, Mr. Adam Bergman. What are your top 3s right now?
I'll give you 6. I'll give you 2 tops. I'll give you 2 mids, and I'll give you 2 complete DeFi small caps. So the tops is not Algorand. It's actually Bitcoin for me. Number 2 is Algorand. I have more Algorand than Bitcoin, though. I'm super bullish on both of those. Everyone's always going to adopt Bitcoin, guys. All the mega corporations. Bitcoin is going to be that stable coin eventually. That's my personal opinion. Algorand got some massive things going on right now, and as much as I like Polygon, it completely shits on Polygon in every which way, shape, and form. It's not that Polygon is bad. It's great. Algorand is just a freaking beast. 2 mid caps is I started doing a video on Quaint. The token is QNT, and they're not a blockchain. They're actually an operating system that's built that allows you to do custom API, and it allows you to interoperability between different blockchains. And they're already on several blockchains like Stellar, Bitcoin, a couple of other blockchains, and they're working with private blockchains, including JP Morgan blockchain, and it's really, really cool. And the utility for the token is you have to buy licensing agreements to use their operating system. It's going to be like a Microsoft of blockchains, which is pretty crazy, but it's pretty dope. HBAR, I invested into. I like it a lot. Hedera Hashgraph. And for 2 DeFi protocols, Affinity and A Nation. Affinity, I never sold a token. I still got my bag. And A Nation, they started at a really bad time. The producer Chuck Russell, he comes out with a project where he's going to tokenize movies, and it's just a terrible time in the recession. When this comes back up and they're going to get more funding, I think they have a chance to make some money.
Awesome. I think you made some great options there, great plays. Just really quick, I just wanted to go to RG Joker saying Moonboy is trolling the comments. Yes, we've seen him. If you guys see me laughing when people are talking serious, it's probably a Moonboy comment.
Damn it, Moonboy.
I told him to hop in. He said he's going to hop in, but I think he has to put his daughter down to go to sleep, and then if he's able to get her to go to sleep, he'll hop on. So anyways, RJ says Moonboy is trolling the comments. Not sure why he doesn't hop in the video and show off his mustache. Mad respect to the crew. Thank you, RJ. Yeah, thank you, RJ, for the support on that one. And of course, yes, we in the future want to continue doing roundtables again. We talked about starting this back up. As I mentioned earlier in the video, for those that didn't see the beginning of the live stream, whether it stays on Tuesdays or not, we'll keep you guys updated. The day may change to better fit people's schedules and the time. So we'll keep you guys updated on Twitter and here on YouTube as well. And we'll try to do better at keeping you guys updated whose channel it's on. And there's been speculation we might even have it dedicated to a single channel. So it'll be easier to keep track of where it's at and things. But we'll keep you guys updated on that factor as well. When it comes to my top 3 crypto, I was actually going to say, I'm surprised no one said Bitcoin, but Adam eventually did say his top crypto was Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was my first crypto I ever purchased, and it continues to remain kind of my always the one that's solid in my corner. It may not have the craziest opportunities like DeFi does, but at the end of the day, it's good, it's reliable, and I think that overall, it's the crypto that's most likely to succeed in the future. It's the one that's most likely going to become the digital gold standard and everything else that we've talked about. So 100% for me, Bitcoin is my top dog. It always has been. If I have to talk about a mid-tier cryptocurrency, for me, it's definitely VeChain. I think VeChain is highly slept on. It's all about supply chains. They're already used by Walmart in China. They're used all over in Asia right now. They have an application that allows you to track all of your supplies like NFTs before NFTs were popular. Always been a big fan of their project and VThor and everything else that goes into that ecosystem. So I've actually done a video on that a long time ago. If you guys want to go back and watch that, I probably should do an update video on that. That's probably one of my bigger plays. And then my third, if I had to go DeFi, I'm going to have to agree with Tim. It's probably Giddy. For the similar reasons that he mentioned. Giddy isn't just a token that's out there with some crazy tokenomics to incentivize people or offering some sort of reflections to keep people enticed, but they're actually building infrastructure that's going to make staking extremely easy. They're building non-custodial wallet systems. They're actually bringing infrastructure into the space. They're providing ways for your average person to get not only into crypto easy, but into DeFi easy, which could be a pretty clever way to get people into staking and other things. So I'm really excited with what they're trying to build and what they're trying to accomplish. I've actually talked directly with their CEO. I've talked with their marketing firm. I've talked with a lot of people on their team, both on Discord messages as well as in person. And they kind of told me that the entire reason they even built a cryptocurrency was because they needed a token to do what they wanted to achieve. The token was the afterthought. What they actually wanted to build was the wallet, and they needed the token to accomplish that goal. So I really like projects that are forward thinking in that way. They're not just saying, let's build the token and we're just going to make a token for a token's sake and it's going to have no utility, but we'll just do that and we'll figure it out as we go after it's been released. They actually, had a plan, set it forward, and they realized the token would be one of the ways to get there. So I respect a project and a team that's all about that. So I know that it wasn't highly voted on my poll I did earlier, but yes, occasionally I will definitely continue to do Giddy videos, especially once they do the full launch of their app. So I'll be doing an update on that in the recent announcements they've had with them going international. So if you are from outside the US and couldn't get on the wait list, use the link in my video description, and you should now have full access, because they have now gone international. So anyone in Canada, the UK, anywhere in Europe, any of those places, South America, Africa, anywhere in the world, Australia, you guys all are welcome to use that now and get on the wait list, because the first 20,000 will get a free NFT. NND coming out with a $20 donation. Thank you, NND. Like I said before, GC, respect for you. I don't appreciate that last part of that comment, but I do appreciate the $20 donation, and I appreciate you, NND, for the donation there.
Was he talking to my wife?
But he did say he is just joking, guys.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
So he's being respectful to you guys as well. Outside of that, outside of the cryptos we talked about, guys, and kind of the state of the market, which is kind of the point of this video, how do you guys first see the rest of the year playing out, and when do you guys expect the bull run, especially with Bitcoin? Start with you, Adam.
First I just want to mention one thing. I'm sorry about Polygon. Polygon actually has a deal with Disney. Disney brought them on. I don't know if Tim, you saw the Disney deal with Polygon?
I did not, but now I'm even more excited about Polygon.
Yeah, that's why they doubled up in the last week. I made a video on it. It's really, really cool. Bro, I like Polygon a lot. So I didn't mean it in a bad way. I actually like the project a lot. A lot of my guys invest into it. It's a dope project. Definitely you should make another video, man. People are missing you. That would be a great video.
I have so many film shoots. Like I have a film shoot that's 12 hours tomorrow. So, and then I'm flying out to Nebraska. It's insane.
But yeah, they partnered up with literally Disney brought them on. They want to do augmented reality and virtual reality, and they brought 7 different projects. Not all blockchain crypto projects, but that's the blockchain aspect of it. And they have an accelerator program and we're going to find out, I think, next year if they made it or not. But they brought them on to the accelerator program. Really, really cool. Anyways, I don't know when Bitcoin comes back. It might have already been coming back right now. A lot of people are like, no, it's not. It's going to go to 10,000 or something. So, you know, people like to throw out numbers and they don't base it on anything. All right. So people just, oh, it's going to hit 10,000, just like Bitcoin was supposed to hit $1 million last year. Right. Like people don't throw it out based on anything. Starting to surge a little bit. I'm hoping that we are going to make a comeback. There's going to be a very big opportunity of fear of missing out. And at the end of the day, something can just be oversold. And even if you have a bull market within a bear market, it can happen if people are just not selling, right? If there's just no more selling going on, people are eventually going to buy. That's supply and demand. So I think we might start coming into this, but I definitely think in the 2023, early 2023, stock market's going to start coming back. Crypto market's going to start coming back. That's when I think the recession is going to start getting over, personally.
Awesome. I think that was a well thought out answer. Joe, what are your thoughts?
What was the question again?
You're good. I was just asking, when do you expect kind of a full swing back for particularly Bitcoin? Because as we know, the market tends to follow Bitcoin. So when do you expect kind of that return of Bitcoin back to all-time highs?
You know, it's a really hard question because, like I said, if the government does something dumb and not even dumb, if they start enforcing crypto, let's say, add a bunch of crypto regulations. I mean, the government isn't the best to know about crypto, but regulations is inevitable. That could definitely hinder Bitcoin. If another country fights each other or it continues to fight each other, or more countries get involved, that could hinder Bitcoin. As crazy as it sounds, that does impact Bitcoin tremendously. But once again, going back to the idea of if government doesn't do any crazy regulations, if everyone in other countries play nice, I do love to see Bitcoin come back soon. I do think it can start happening by the end of the year, if not starting beginning next year. If everything just goes as basically how it's going right now, just nothing too crazy happening besides gas going up. If nothing crazy too wild happens, Bitcoin could go up at least by the end of the year, if not beginning. I mean, that just, you know, just as everything going right now. We had a short reprieve from a crazy bull cycle, so hopefully that reprieve stays. This doesn't go anywhere, and if, like I said, if it does, then I think we're in for a good ride, hopefully.
Appreciate great answer. Tim, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, if you look at historical data and you look at the spikes that Bitcoin had over the years, technically it should rise again in December. If this is one of the years that it's going to rise, it would be around December, the end of December into early January. You're going to see a huge spike in Bitcoin. So that's when it'll come back. If it's an off year, it'll kind of go up a little bit, but it won't go up too much. So when will I predict that it goes up? I would say late December, early January, you're going to see it going up, if not this year or next year. But either way, that's around the time frame. You'll normally start to see people do some slow buy-ins now, and then come the end of or beginning of November, you'll see a lot of people buying into Bitcoin. You'll see it go up a little bit, but when it really takes off, when it's really going to go and turn over to a bull market, will probably be the end of December, early January, and then that's when things are going to get dope crazy. It might cool down a little bit around the April time, where you'll see it come back down, but I think the next run up will probably be around the December, January time for Bitcoin.
Awesome. I think great predictions from everyone. It sounds like everyone is looking at a shorter time frame for a bounce back. So I think that's good news. I think everyone here has been pretty optimistic about the future, not only for crypto, but kind of the economy in general. So hopefully those things continue to push and we kind of see that trend go forward. We wanted to keep this one down to about an hour this week. We might go back to a 2-hour model like we have in the past when we have a little bit more structure on the roundtable like we've done historically. But for the last 5 minutes, I wanted to do something that Adam has never done on the roundtable before, but kind of started to become a tradition on the roundtable. And we usually like to play a game. So Adam, if you have been watching, we do like to play like little fun, just kind of fun competitive games here. And the way we're going to do it is I'm going to have 12 cryptocurrencies, and I'm going to say the name of the crypto. And if you think it's real, if it's a real crypto, you got to say yes or no. And then and we're gonna go through 12 of them. Okay. So one of them I'm gonna make up on the spot. I'm just gonna make something up off the top of my head, and the other ones are gonna be actual legit cryptocurrencies that actually exist. What is this that you're showing on the screen? That's you.
That's you guys.
God, I'm so handsome.
Ooh.
Yo, Generation Crypto, I know you've been looking at your phone right now. Everything's probably on the phone.
Yeah, it's all on the phone here. So okay, so all right, we're gonna start with the first one. So we're gonna go around the table and we're gonna see which one is do you think is real and which one did I just make up on the spot. All right. So the first one I'm gonna give you guys is Arc World. That's ARK World. Arc World. We'll start with Joe. We'll go around, and all you have to answer. Let me write this down to make sure to see who got it. The answer's right. Who got them wrong? So Joe, is Arc World a real cryptocurrency?
Let me use my knowledge of words. Arc World. You know what? I'm gonna go with no. Final answer. I don't think so.
Okay. So Joe is no on the first one being Arc World. Okay, 1 second. Let me get Tim written down here. Probably should have wrote this down before, and we'll get Adam. Okay. So
no.
Joe got the answer. Okay. Tim.
I'm gonna go easy here. I'm gonna say no. Arc World is not real.
Okay, Arc World is not real. Okay, let's go with Adam. Are you going to stand alone and say that it's real?
It's real.
Okay, you're going to say that's real. Okay, let me get your answer down here. And here's the thing, guys. You can't cheat and look this stuff up, okay? All right, here's the next one. Is Giddy Pack a real crypto? Giddy Pack. KITTYPACK. Joe, is that actually we'll go around the other way now. Adam, is Giddy Pack a real crypto?
Yeah.
Okay. Tim, is Giddy Pack a real crypto?
It's so weird being on the receiving end of this because I never actually played the game before. I've always just instructed it. Oh man, I'm trying to now get into your head. Because I know that wolf pack is a thing, right?
It is.
Well, I'm going to say, oh God, this would be totally something that I would make up. I'm going to say it's made up.
Okay, you're going to say no on that
That's
one.
not real.
Okay. Joe,
I'm going to say no because imagine being a CEO of Giddy Pack. Bro, investigate that guy.
Okay. All right. We got the next one here. Okay. So the next one. All right. The next one is Owl Lopper Owl.
No.
OWLOPER Owl. Owl Lopper Owl.
Oh God, that has to be so obscure that it has to be real. I'm going to go with yes.
You're going to go with yes.
I can't imagine you just making
Adam,
that
no.
up.
Tim, yes. Joe.
Yeah, I'm going yes too. I mean, it's such a weird name.
Okay.
There's got to be people behind that shit.
Okay.
Real dev team.
All right. So here's the next one. You're going to start to see a theme appearing here. Okay.
Oh,
so
God.
the next one, here is Elephant Lopper Elephant.
What?
We got screwed, Tim.
What do they all think?
I'm going to say no.
You're going to say, Adam's going to say no. What about you, Tim?
I don't want to be wrong on this one, so I'm going to say yes, it's real.
Okay.
This is probably some weird country that started making up the offers.
This is one of those like 50-50 questions where one's right, one's wrong. I think I'm gonna say yes because I don't want to lose out. If I say no, and I feel like it's gonna be the opposite. And you get double boned.
Joe, you're saying yes?
Yeah, I'm saying yeah, sure.
Okay.
Adam's either gonna kick our ass, Joe, or he's gonna. No, I mean you're gonna get them all right, man.
They all sound fake as hell, which automatically makes them legit. Shout out to Chris in the audience, man. CEO of Affinity. Shout out to Chris in the audience.
Okay, so here's the next one. 1 second. I'm gonna make sure I pull this right. Okay, so I've got Cultoxia. CULTOXEA. Cultoxia.
I'm gonna say no. There's no shot. There's a crypto out there that's starting with cult. No shot.
All right.
You're wrong. There actually
I'm
is.
saying yes.
Yeah, there's Cult DAO, by the way. That's a real crypto.
Yeah, dude.
The community is like 5 people. There's no way this is like I'm joining a cult crypto. What? Like,
all right, Tim. Is Cult I hope I'm saying it right. Coltoxia, is that real?
I'm gonna say yes, unless you're just like trying to make up words that you can't even pronounce.
Okay. Adam, is Coltoxia a real crypto?
Hell yes.
Okay.
He's invested. Not only does he believe in it.
So Joe
I'll bet anybody
Joe says
20
no
bucks.
way, and Wolfpack Adam Bergen says no.
You guys want to make a bet? You
Says
guys
yes,
want to make
and Tim says yes.
I
So
say
we got
this.
Joe no, Wolfpack yes, and Tim yes. Okay. The next one is Neoxa, Neoxa.
What the fuck, man?
Where are you getting these projects from? Unless you're making them all up and you're making them.
No,
look
I
like
promise some of these are real. So Neoxa, Neoxa. I'm gonna go with Adam. Joe's gonna say it's real. Okay.
I'm like, yeah. It sounds legit.
Adam, is that real or is that fake?
I'm gonna say no.
No. Okay. No. And Tim.
Oh God, Neoxa. How do you spell it again?
Neoxa.
Can you use it in a sentence?
God damn it, you took it off. I was just gonna say that.
Would you like to buy some Neoxa crypto?
Go to do a Mioxa seller.
Would I like to? Sure, it's a real project.
All right. So Adam says, Adam, you said no, right?
I said.
Yeah. You
What
said
did
no.
I say?
You said no. Joe and Tim say yes.
He's not too convinced. You did say
Okay.
no.
Okay.
No to Neoxa.
All right. So the next one is Pokeverse.
This one's for Joe.
Pokeverse. That's P-O-K-A with an accent. Verse. V-E-R-S-E.
I'm gonna say
Pokeverse.
yes.
Okay. Adam says yes. Okay. Tim.
Are we talking now?
Joe
Let me
looks
ask you a question.
disgusted. Joe
Is
looks
this-
disgusted.
Is this a token,
These
or
words.
are these only tokens or DeFi projects? Could they be DeFi projects as well?
What do you mean by that?
Well, is it like a token, or is it like a metaverse or an NFT project? Like, what are we talking about?
It would be only items that would be listed on CoinMarketCap, because if it's not on CoinMarketCap, I don't count it.
All right. Oh,
So
man.
if I say one that was made up, is some obscure one that has two people on it that no one's heard of before, it has to be listed on CoinMarketCap. So the same,
Okay.
just projects that are made up.
I'm going to say you made this shit up. I mean, crap up. Sorry.
All right. Pokeverse, Tim says, is made up. Okay. And Joe.
I think Pokeverse is real.
All right. Joe says Pokeverse is real. Okay.
Team Pokeverse.
Are you
Okay.
in Team Pokeverse?
It just sounds like a Pokemon like offshoot. It just sounds
does?
legit.
Yeah.
All right.
I
The
think it's
next
a project on Polkadot, to be honest.
The next one is Monverse. M-O-N-V-E-R-S-E. Monverse.
Oh, this one's definitely blowing my brains out, man.
All right, Joe. Is Monverse real?
No.
All right. Joe says Monverse is not real. Okay. Tim.
Yaman.
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 He's saying,
Yaman
yeah, it's
Monverse.
real.
Jamaican crypto.
All right. And Adam.
No.
Is Monverse real? No. Okay.
This is the screwy part. He could have made up Monverse because Pokeverse is real. That's what I'm beginning. Or Pokeverse is actually fake, and he looked up and he found Monverse is actually. I don't know. Yaman.
And we'll see how you guys go on this one. Okay. All right. So the next one.
How many more are there?
Let's just do one more. Let's just do one more because I don't want to make this go on for too long. So the next one is Gary. 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 Is Gary a real crypto?
It is.
Wolfpack says absolutely.
Adam, you seem so confident in that answer, which makes me feel confident in saying yes as well.
All right. So Tim's gonna say yes. Okay.
Is
what
it a
about Joe?
snail crypto?
Joe just
I'm
looked at Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds legit to me.
All right, Adam.
It's only because Adam made it feel legit. you
Adam's
know?
that smart kid in class. We're just all doing like,
All right.
yes.
What did he say?
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to do drum roll. Well, actually, let's go through which ones were real, which ones weren't, and then I'll give the final tally at the end who won. Okay. So the first one we did was Arc World. Arc World is indeed is a real cryptocurrency. It is indeed a real cryptocurrency. So Adam did get that one. All right. The next one that we had on there was Owl Loper. Owl Loper. And Owl Loper is a real cryptocurrency project.
Let's go, Tim. Let's go.
Okay.
Hold on. Gee, you all vote against. Am I against you too?
Team
You
up.
were for a while.
And up until the end when you got confident, then we joined your team.
And then okay, so the next one was Kitty Pack. And Kitty Pack is not a real cryptocurrency. It's just a playable pack.
You're insane, Tim. We're so good at this game.
All right.
Yes, a crypto.
Team Kitty Packed.
All right, the next one was Elephant Loper Elephant, and that is just a play on Owl Loper Owl. So
Okay,
that is
well,
not
see.
real.
We guessed correctly.
All right, the next one is Cultoxia. Cultoxia is not a real crypto project.
God damn it, Joe.
Told you.
That
I
one.
told you. I'm so good at this game. I'm insane, boys.
So
Get on my level.
Cultoxia is not a real project, but here's the thing. Neoxia is a real project.
Did I say?
I didn't even know that was a
Neoxia
question.
Yeah, Neoxia is a real project.
I think I said yes to that one, didn't I?
You did, Tim. You got that one right. All right. The next one was Pokeverse with the accent on the A, and Pokeverse is not a real crypto project.
All right. Yes, I was the only one that said no to that one.
It sounds
But-
legit.
Monverse is a real crypto project.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
I got that one too.
And that left our last one, the one that Mr. Adam Bergman was so confident about, and that was Gary with an A, Gary. And Gary is a very recently added crypto to CoinMarketCap, so it is indeed a real crypto project.
We
That's why I
cheated
love that
correctly,
guy.
Tim.
I love that.
But I definitely got the most wrong.
All right, and so the winner by tally, if I have the tally correct, would be with 6 correct. Dark Moon Tim wins it.
Yo,
6.
good stuff.
So good job, Tim.
Oh, thank you guys so much. I will I'll take this
Speech,
right here.
speech.
You guys are amazing. You all played really well. We all collectively should get a trophy.
But for those wondering, it's just a fun game we like to play. It just goes to show you that literally anything could be a crypto. And you should definitely do your research before investing anything, because you can just make something up on the spot. So important to always do your research. And just because it's listed on CoinMarketCap doesn't mean it's going anywhere or that it's going to produce anything legitimate. I appreciate you guys coming on today. I think we had a really good time. And we'll just go around the round table really quick. And if you guys have anything else you'd like to add, we can go ahead and get that added. And hopefully we'll be back next week, and we'll give you guys more updated information. We'll have a little bit more structure as we move forward with hopefully reviving the roundtable. So, Joe, anything you'd like to add on for tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say that I always enjoy you guys. You guys are always there, even behind the scenes. People don't see it, but you guys really are, and I love you guys for that. Crypto's weird. I mean, you can feel confident about something one day and not the other day, and that's basically been it for me, and probably for a lot of guys on here as well, where we get confident in something and then we don't, bullish, bearish, back and forth. At the end of the day, the most important thing is to care about not the CEO. Don't care about anything. Care about what's going to make you the most money. That's what that matters. Everything else is BS. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the CEO is looking like. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care. As long as the project has real utility with real people working behind it, and they're actually working, and not just doing pictures and rumors and googly eyes. As long as it's like that, then that's a project I want to be behind. And I think that I really think that as time goes on, myself personally, as well as everybody else, we're looking for that project that is that next project that jumps out of nowhere, that gets everywhere. And of course, we all want to be a part of something great like that.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Joe. Before we move on to Tim, before we close, just wanted to point out that the CEO of Affinity is in our chat today saying, thanks, brother. Love you, Adam. Oh, and the rest of you guys as well, I guess. So thank you, CEO of Affinity, Chris, for coming in and participating with us tonight. We appreciate you.
I love you.
And Tim, go ahead.
I want to tell Chris that I love him because he said he guesses and I guess right back. So I think this whole crypto market recently has been crazy, right? Some of these projects that people legitimately thought that were going to be solid projects that they can invest in, that they were going to have their money safe in, that they're investing a lot in, it was going to be safe. And one of the things that you need to know right now is that sometimes if it seems too good to be true, it most likely is too good to be true. So don't overinvest in a project that you're not, even if they have Mark Cuban out there supporting it, saying, get into this project. He doesn't have a very good track record with a lot of his crypto buys. Just know what you're investing in before you get into it. And also by giving away your crypto for another place to hold it also allows them to take it from you. So make wise decisions. If you were going to invest in the crypto market, make sure that you can keep it in your own wallet, that there isn't a place that is going to be able to take it and from you. So just be very safe out there, because there is a lot of companies that right now that are trying to come out and try to show off their legitimacy. And then you get involved with a lot of money and people are losing their life savings. And so just be careful out there, and hopefully things will turn around and there will be something in the future that protects more people from scam projects out there. So that's what I'm hoping for, because I know there's a lot of projects that you look at and you're like, I don't know, should I get invested in it? And then you end up losing everything you invest in. So just be very careful out there. And I want to thank everyone for having me on tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming on, Tim. We appreciate you. And Mr. Adam Bergman, it's been a while since we've had you on here. Your last words.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to tell everybody, first of all, support from the Wolfpack. Thank you guys. Shout out. I appreciate all of you guys. But second thing I wanted to say is, if you guys don't like something about your life, like in general, life is really short, man. We here one moment, we not here the next moment. And sometimes we waste it away just to realize we didn't really do anything in life and we're done. I know it's some philosophical stuff that I'm saying, but honestly, guys, if you don't like something about your life, it's not that hard. You can change anything. Like you can change your pair of socks, you can change anything in your life. And that's it. Just life is too short. That's all I'm saying.
Wise words. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, just to finalize everything and finish up here, I appreciate you guys all for coming on board. Hopefully we'll get some of the other guys to come on board. I've also seen some people in the comments mentioning us wanting to talk with other dev teams and AMAs. Have them reach out to me. I'm always open to AMAs with different projects. I really don't even have much of a screening for that, because I will be asking hard questions to them and it'll be live, and I have no problem with having them on my show if it works out for both of us. So if you've got a project you would like, or you are a developer for a project and you want some free exposure, I'm always open to do it on my channel. But that does not mean that I won't ask hard questions. So you're welcome to come on. And if you feel like that's an opportunity you'd like to take, I'd love to have you on the channel. Thank you guys all again, once again. Hopefully we'll get the other guys on here, some of your guys' other favorites coming on board in the future episodes. And we appreciate you guys, and you guys have a good night.